So EA just got bought out for 55 billion US dollars. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So some pretty big news just dropped. EA has been bought out for 55 billion US dollars, which is a lot of money. I believe it's being reported as one of the biggest buyouts that has ever taken place. So that is pretty big news, and at first I didn't originally know what this means, and we're still pretty early off with the whole purchase agreement, so we won't really know too many details until the new companies, I guess, post about it and talks a bit to the community. I'll be interested to see if EA releases some sort of statement. I haven't seen anything come up yet other than just news articles about this deal. So EA was bought out by three main buyers, namely Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, Silver Lake, which I believe is an investment firm, as well as Affinity Partners. Now, I don't know much about these buyers. I did read an article saying that the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund is shifting focus to more of a gaming side because they want to develop the gaming industry a little bit more in Saudi Arabia. I don't know how true that is, but that is something that I read, which would make sense as to why they are buying such a massive company like EA. With that being said, EA isn't the only one getting a huge payout from this deal. It is rumored that EA shareholders will receive up to $210 per share. So you can imagine that there are quite a few people that have multiple shares in the company. It sounds like they are going to make quite a big profit from this deal. It's also said that EA's CEO, Andrew Wilson, is expected to remain in his role. So I don't really know what the exacts behind this whole situation is. Apparently this deal still needs shareholders' approval, so it's projected that this deal will only officially go through in 2027, which gives us roughly a little over a year at this point for the Sims team and all the other gaming franchise under EA. So with all that being said, there's still a ton of time. A bunch of things could change. We don't know if Andrew Wilson is still going to be involved after 2027 rolls around, but at this stage we just have very rough details of what's been going on. Now, what does all of this mean for the Sims franchise? We know that originally the Sims franchise was created through Maxis. I believe it was Maxis that was the starting company that created it, and then EA bought them out, so Maxis then kind of joined EA, and now this whole company is going to be sold off to the other buyers. So the way that I understand it, the buyers are essentially going to shift EA into the private sector. There are both advantages and disadvantages of this happening. I believe the biggest advantage is that this being private means that there are no longer going to be external investors, which means everything is kind of more flexible within the company. However, because there are some prevalent buyers involved, it is more likely that there's going to be more of a push to get more profit from these games, which means that it's possible that the quality of The Sims 4 might go even more downhill. I don't want to say anything. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully they are going to spend a lot of time fixing the game, and possibly maybe even Sims 5 is going to be released now that a different company has control of the Sims franchise and the Sims name. We don't know yet. I'm very curious to see what happens with Project Rene, because they've been working on this project, I guess, for years at this point, and we still haven't gotten anything super concrete. They did say they weren't planning on releasing a Sims 5 back when EA was solely in charge of it, but instead they were going to do Project Rene. So I'm curious to see whether Project Rene will be released before 2027 or if they're just going to scrap the project altogether. I do know that when it comes to situations like this, it's more likely that the buyers are going to focus on games that earn an active income, games that are very already heavily developed. There are less chances for stuff packs or kits because doing smaller content like that actually costs more money rather than the amount of money they are able to make. So it's possible that they're going to scrap that idea and focus more on bigger, fully built up game. Now, I know I'm mostly a Sims channel, but I'm going to be very curious to see what happens with Battlefield 6, because I believe that is like the newest big deal going on in the EA life. So I'll be very interested to see how that goes. I'm pretty sure the whole game will be released before the sale even goes through, so I don't know how much of an effect that will have, but I do know when companies buy over these types of things, they tend to focus on more games that are more of a passive thing. So I think Battlefield 6 is going to be a really good investment for them because it's brand new. A lot of people are going to want to play it, and it kind of has this steady monetary value, right? It's the same as The Sims 4. It's a game that has been out for 10 years, has over 100 DLCs, and with this company buying over the Sims franchise, they are just able to continue to sell the game, continue to sell the packs, And I don't know what the future will hold. I don't know what type of packs they will release. I don't even know if they're going to continue The Sims 4, but I do think that we will be fine. A lot of people, I saw somebody kind of panicking, like they're going to cancel the whole Sim franchise. No, I don't think that's something they're going to do. Whether they're going to create The Sims 5 or not, for me, that is the big question. I'm definitely going to keep a close eye on things because I'm really curious to see what their future plans are, what they're going to do with the franchise, as well as the other games that are under EA. There's quite a few interesting games that I would be interested to see what happens next. In general, I would say that this deal feels like it came out of nowhere for me a little bit. I mean, I saw an article about the possibility of this buyout happening, and the next day it was basically confirmed that EA has been sold. So I'm very surprised by the whole thing. I was trying my best to stay updated and kind of give my thoughts and opinions like I always do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so that you're notified every time I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!